guys, it's Kayla McHale. Today I'm bringing you I don't want to say makeup tutorial. I did my makeup on camera. If you want to see how I accomplish this look, just stay tuned. I just want to take a moment to say that this camera quality is showing all my blemishes, but we're just gonna go ahead and do this thing anyway. So first and foremost, I have washed my face. After I wash my face, I normally use like a toner, and I also use a facial moisturizer. The brand that I'm using is called Simple. I find it at Target. It has very simple ingredients in it, and it does the job for my face. Following that, I will be using a facial primer, and the facial primer that I will be using is Maybelline Master Prime. So I did fill in my eyebrows off camera. I did not do a good job. I was just kind of like, not feeling it today. But, you know, we can always fix it with a little concealer. So I'm using that LA Girl Pro Concealer because, you know, it does the job for me. I like the way it sits on my face. I don't care how cheap it is. But I love it. Anyway, I'm just going to use the color Suede to kind of like, kind of tape out that under brow. And then I'm going to use the color Toast on top of my brows. And that's just going to give me that sleek, you know, brow look. So after I have shaped out my brow, I normally just take a clean makeup brush and I will just try to blend out that concealer that I used above and under my eyebrow. Therefore, I won't have any super harsh lines or just that halo whenever I put my foundation on. Following that, I'm taking that same concealer that I used and just putting it on my lid just to kind of give myself a blank canvas and make that area as, you know, just one tone as possible. So I will be using a lot of Juvias Place products. Here I'm using that setting powder and I'm just putting it on top of that concealer that I used just so my shadow will stay in place whenever I start putting it on. As far as my palette that I'm using today, I'm going to be using the Warrior palette, the Warrior 2 palette by Juvias Place. And I'm not only going to use this for my eyes, but I'll be using it for my blush. I'll use it for my under eye. I'll just pretty much just use this palette for just about everything in this video. So to get this little brown sugar vibe, I started out with the color Jamada, and that is the more reddish color in this palette. And I just take that color, I get a makeup brush, and I put it in my crease. And that's just going to be the color I start with, and it'll help me start to blend out or build on the color that I'm trying to actually accomplish. So the next color that I am adding to the combo is called Kafuru. It's called Kafuru. It's more of a brownish color, the lighter brownish color in that palette. So just so I can just blend along the way, I am going to take that Jamada, that same brush I used Jamada in, and kind of go over that more darker brown. Alright, so now I am going to take the darkest of the colors that I picked, and that color is called Walvana. And if you notice, I'm just putting it at the tip of my eye, like, so I'm doing like a little crescent shape right at the tip of my eye, and I'm not going to go past the middle just because it's a dark color, and I do not want it to bleed to the front of my eye. Following that, I take the lightest of the colors that I picked, and that color is called Yodette, and I just kind of like shape my lid all the way up to the middle of my lid, just like I did the darker color. So to blend out that darker color and that lighter color, I do take that lighter brown, the one that's called Kafuru, and I just kind of just blend those browns out just so there are not any like harsh lines and you can't really tell that I use so many different colors. So it's pretty self-explanatory what I'm doing here. Just know that your girl loves a beautiful cat eye. The makeup I am using, or the eyeliner that I'm using to achieve this cat eye, is by a company called Essence. It's called Super Last Matte, and it's waterproof. I got it from Ulta from like $2 or $3. Honestly, it does the job for me. It actually does a great job. So hey, don't break the bank and go get you some, sis. Because I do pick in my face from time to time, and you know, I got blemishes and a little mustache, I do have to do a little color correcting. So I am using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color orange, just so I can even out my skin tone, so I can have a flawless application of my foundation. So for my foundation, I am using some Shade Sticks by Juvias Place. It is a lightweight foundation. I'm using the color Abidjan and Cameroon, and these colors work perfect together for me.
I can tell by the way you in love with me. You can't get enough of me, yeah. Well, I guess it's looking like you stuck with me, 'cause I got you sprung off in the springtime. Fuck all your free time. You don't need no me time. That's you and me time.
Here I am using the I Am Magic Full Coverage Concealer by Juvias Place. I did use the number 12, and I tried my best to use not as much as this concealer. A little bit goes a long way. It is liquidy, so it can spread pretty good, and it's like kind of buttery. So definitely has a good consistency and gave me the look that I was going for. In advance before y'all come for me and my neck. I was wearing a white shirt, and honestly I did not want to get makeup on my white shirt, so I kind of did not cover my neck, and I'm okay with that. I am a woman, I'm hormonal, so sometimes it's not the prettiest under there, so just bear with me. I'm still gonna be fine. I have blended out my highlight. I'm going to go in and contour. I am going to mix up my brands. I'm using the Fenty Matchstick in the color Espresso just to do my little contour line. my face, I am using another Juvias Place product. This is the I Am Magic Setting Powder in the color Gobi. So now I'm going back into that Warrior 2 palette. I'm using that reddish color up under my eye, and I'm going to take that that brown that's a little darker than this reddish color to contour out my face, just to kind of give myself a little powder contour to go over the cream. I don't know, I like my contour to be pretty deep. I like my face to look slim, you know, so I do what I do. So that same makeup brush that I use to blend out my foundations, I am using to kind of like blend in or dust off that setting powder. I also use this foundation brush because it has my color foundation on it. So whenever I use it, it helps me to blend out that contour and that highlight so I don't look really blotchy. Take that same reddish Jamada color that I used under my eye, and I'm going to use it as my blush. I just put it along my little under my cheekbones, just a little bit, just to add a little more color into my face. I promise I wasn't using as much setting spray as it looks. My spout was clogged, so I had to do what I had to do. But anyway, I kind of just draw that setting spray off a bit with a makeup palette, and then I follow that and go in with my highlight, like my shimmery highlight. For some reason, I just feel like it works better after you put it on top of your setting spray. This is just a new thing that I kind of picked up. I feel like it gives a better shine for me. My weave in. I'm almost ready, y'all. We're moving on to the lips. I'm gonna line them in brown, just a brown little lip pencil, dark brown that is, and then I'm gonna follow that by some Anastasia Beverly Hills lip, what are these called? Liquid lipsticks. So the first color I'll be using is Mod. The second color that I'll be using is Ashton, and the last color I'll use is Naked to achieve the lip that I have in this look. So it's always good to like line your lips with a brown and keep kind of going over it when you're doing like a nude ombre, just because if you're a brown girl like me, you don't want your lips to clash, so you want to be able to distinguish your lip from your face. So of course you have to use a darker color to do so. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel today. I hope I gave you some ideas, maybe some tips, maybe a little makeup inspo. I am not a makeup artist, but I do know that I can beat down a face, and I could probably help you beat down your face too. Anyway, if you like this video, or if you made it all the way to the end, drop a chocolate bar down below. And also remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.